Hi, I'm Brian Haberlin, and I want to tell you a little bit about my new book coming out in October, Hellcop. Hellcop's been rattling around my brain for decades. When I launched Avalon Comics with Whilce Portacio, Hellcop was one of the initial launches, but I was wearing a lot of hats back then. So I gave over the reins to Joe Casey and Gilbert Monsanto, and they did a great job, but it was my baby. If you look at sketchbooks I've done over the years, there's Hellcops throughout. There are pages started, stories started. So let me tell you a little bit about the story. Discovering a whole new world that had only previously existed in our collective imaginations. A tale of adventure, betrayal. Hell's just another place, another planet with native creatures most on Earth would call monsters. And humans that have been there as long as they've been here. Doctors, lawyers, maybe too many lawyers. Please join me in October for the release of Hellcop and the Hellcop 3D Halloween special. Hey, I want to say thanks for watching, and I really hope you can go and ask your retailer to pick up Hellcop for October. There's going to be a 3D version with 3D glasses and the whole 9 yards, and the regular version, of course, too, with some pretty fun covers. Thank you for your attention, your support, as always, and hope you guys have a great day.
Hello, everybody. You're watching the original art experience with Nick, but not John, not Rex, not Amy. They all got tired of my own professionalism. They got tired that I can't remember the prices. They got tired of the fact that I would change prices live on the air. They just got tired of all of it. I had to walk out. Can you believe it? But, well, they probably just have taste. Lucky for me, I've got Kyle at the ready. Kyle, are you here?
See, that's why I changed your name. Your name is now Nobody, and I'm Nobody's sidekick.
Oh, there we go. Sweet.
See, it works. It has some sort of synergy,
right? And Fred Chamberlain's in the house. I do gotta say one thing I love about the experience. You know, we're always talking about promoting comic stores, and we're talking about our love of comics. And, you know, looking at that commercial with Brian Haberlin, and Brian is such a great guy, such a fantastic talent. It's great that we get to promote creators such as him. Michael Lovitz. Oh, my God. Hey, we got Will Gabrielle. Now it's a party. Look at this. So,
and I want to shout out, you mentioned it, I want to shout out Brian for making that commercial especially for us.
Yeah.
You know, it said hell is coming to the experience. It's true. He made that specifically for us. So we were happy to run it.
I thought hell came to the experience. I thought that was me.
Well, only on Friday nights at 7:00.
Yeah, right. So we got to
Hey, why don't you pull the camera closer?
Well, I'm sorry, what?
Why don't you pull the camera closer so that, you know, we don't have to look at your...
Actually,
are those Christmas trees?
No, those are I don't know. Let's not talk about that. Let's go into the comics. Let's start.
Spencer's here. Sheldon's here.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Now we're in trouble.
Yeah.
So actually, you know what? I will pull the camera closer. Thank God you're a professional.
Well, you know, that's what I do. I might not do much, but I do this.
Right? So, and speaking of what we're going to do something a little different tonight. We're mixing it up. You know, it's cool that Spencer's here because some of the items we have are actually from his talent. So, you know, It's just really, really, really exciting. And it's going to be a fun night. Peanuts Christmas tree options. Michael doesn't realize that all of July, or maybe he does.
He does. I'm sure he does.
That's all we had were Peanuts Christmas trees. So anyway, real quick, I want to thank you all for joining us. You can be doing anything else on your Friday night. If you would be so kind as to hit that thumbs up button, if sharing is caring. If you're on Twitter or Facebook, if you can hit some hearts, anything and everything is appreciated. But definitely thumbs up, share. It helps our algorithm, especially if it happens when we're live. So, matter of fact, actually, two of the items. So it's great that we have Spencer and Michael Lovitz, because two of the items are actually Michael Lovitz's clients. So it's going to be an interesting night. It's going to be cool. So thank you everybody again for joining. Oh my God, Spencer wants to come on the air. Have we done anything bad that we should put him on the air?
Other than run into him at New York Comic Con?
Other than run into him at New York Comic Con. Bring Spencer on. Send him the link. I will start talking art while we're here. So tonight we have a nice mix of art. Tom Rainey, Mark Bagley, Fernando Passaran, Luke Ross. We have some Bob Layton. Check it out. A Remark cover, 9.8. John's not here, so it'll stay 9.8. Plus, it's CGC graded. Something else that's really cool, that's different. Like I said, we're going to do a few different things tonight. We've got Spider-Man Life Death. This is from the personal collection of John Romita Sr. This is really cool. If John was here, he would have made sure all the CGC graded books were out of the bags. We have Marvel Age from John Romita Sr.'s personal collection. Now, this is an error copy because CGC graded put the signature on the back. Nicolas Sculptra, thank you for joining. Let's see, we got a few more. We have another Bob Layton Remark. Thor, also CGC graded 9.8. And then, of course, if Ronald shows up, we've got our Ronald specials. Star Wars Chewbacca with a Lando sketch by Ken Hazer. Star Wars R2-D2. This is a
Gorillas
special sketch, which I am not as familiar with, so maybe somebody else is.
The guy from Gorillas, D2 from Gorillas.
That's it, D2 from Gorillas. That's what it was.
What up, Jordan?
We did bring a Todd McFarlane incentive of Gunslinger Spawn. You had to order $250 to get this. We also brought on King Spawn, #1 CGC graded 9.8. Like I said, for tonight's art show, I just wanted to do something different, see what would happen. We have a Detective Comics. Some of it are just cool covers. James Tynion, Edward Burroughs, Detective 934, 9.6.
Andrew Cuccinato's here.
I'm sorry?
Andrew Cuccinato's
oh my
here.
God. Our wayward
It's been like a year.
Now, we also have a Gunslinger Spawn 9.6, but the cool part about this one, it's number 65. So you're getting double digits.
I know it. I know it's not going to work out that way in everyone's brain, but the only thing that would have made it cooler is if it had been graded at a 6.5. Number 65 at a 65.
Yeah, that would not.
You know,
cool.
like in my brain, that's cool. Like I'd collect that thing.
And the DF cover of Dark Knight 3, Dynamic Forces. We all love Bruce Timm, so it's a Bruce Timm cover. So a good mix of art, some CGC graded books. Wanted to do something different.
Hey, Andrew, me too.
Yeah, work is crippling all of us. The funny thing is we have an ongoing joke on Mondays and Wednesdays. Not that everybody here would know, but I order pizza usually on Mondays and Wednesdays when Rex and John are doing their show. And tonight I ordered pizza because I was hungry. Not that I'm not hungry on Mondays and Wednesdays when I order it. They said it was going to be an hour. We're an hour and 40 minutes later, and it's still not here. Thank God I had a yogurt. Does anybody really care
Well,
though?
does
Let's
everybody
move into
remember the
art.
week the pizza guy just decided to stand in front of the camera in the middle of the show?
No, that was the Chinese food. That was the Chinese food because the guy didn't know, and he stayed right in front of the camera, and he literally said, "What about my tip?" So that was kind of funny. Late pizza, free pizza. Exactly, Jordan.
Yeah, did you order from Domino's? Is it the Noid? Did you get the Noid?
Riveting story according to Michael. All right, let's
Yeah.
go into the art. So we're going to start with Luke Ross, Captain America, Bucky. This is a great page. This is from Captain America 605. This is Luke Ross art, David Baldeon inks. This is the dramatic conclusion of Two Americas by Ed Brubaker and Luke Ross. It's the final battle between two Captain Americas, and it will change each of them, and a new secret enemy will be revealed. I keep forgetting. I don't actually have to show the art. You have it there.
You should move to the other side of the rack.
Then people would see me. So let's leave them looking at the art.
I think it would be a better shot if you moved to the other side of the rack. But the cool thing about this this piece that I want to talk about, the blades on the helicopter. Like, there's something about recognizing the not drawing them out, like at the top where it's just the hash marks.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cool because if you ever have looked up at a helicopter while the blades are going, that's kind of what you see. Like,
that's exactly what you see. Matter of fact, in Midnight Run, that's what Robert De Niro shoots at.
Right. It's one of those things like, I don't know where that comes from. If that was drawn that way originally, or if that was the inker going, well, no, this is how this should look. But I appreciate the fact that they did that work.
They did a great job. Look, this is Luke Ross. The MSRP on this is $399.99, but I wanted to bring this out first because we're actually going to do it just at $199. So we're doing this. We've said this before. Don't buy any original art based on speculation on perceived value. We talk about value so that you can understand the market if you've never bought original art. Between YouTube, Twitter, our website, and Facebook, we get a lot of new customers that have never bought original art, but we want to be clear. Buy it because you love it. Are we bringing great values? Yes, because we want to reward our fans, but you have to love it. That's first and foremost. So having said that, this is normally $399. Tonight, we're doing it for $199. And the crazy part, and I'm trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure this artwork is from 2006. Does that sound right?
That sounds right, but I don't know that is right. Give me a second.
So maybe it's 2007, 2008.
Yeah, it was after I started working at the store that I wound up buying.
Okay.
But it was before 2010.
2010. Wow, I'm way off.
Right.
But it's 11 years old. Luke Ross, Captain America, and I can tell you this is a great price. Luke Ross art inked, because a lot of his artwork is pencils and digitally inked, is getting more and more difficult to get. This is an acclaimed Captain America run. Ed Brubaker was on fire when he was doing this. He was just killing it between this, Rebirth, everything that he did. This was it. No, his was Captain America Birth, I think. I'm trying to remember.
So this was Ed Brubaker, Luke Ross, inks by Butch Geis. He wrote a bunch of them right in here. Ed did that. This was part of the Two Americas arc.
Yes.
With Nomad. That was super fun. I'm trying to remember. This was about the same time that I discovered his independent stuff too, Ed Brubaker's independent stuff. So it was just one of those. We talk about artists going on hot streaks a lot, and nothing Ed wrote at this time could go wrong.
Absolutely not. No, this was one of the best streaks. I mean, his Gotham Central with Greg Rucka was fantastic, but his Captain America stood head and shoulders above almost anything else he was writing at the time. But that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is one of my favorite Cap runs of all time. So Spencer, StreamYard doesn't work on Worms. Try a mobile device. And Sean,
I think what he's saying is he's working on coming in.
I understand, but he put worming, so I made a worm joke.
So then he has something really wrong with his stomach.
That's fair. And then Sean, a piece like this, you're talking about a $300 piece for $199. A lot of the art we have is super affordable, so like you can admire all you want, but if you see something that really strikes you and you're like, you know what, my life would be better if I own that, jump on it.
And one of the things we're up for doing is for a lot of the art, because whether it's a $199 piece of art or a $1,500 piece of art, if it's a little bit more than you can spend right away, we're happy doing 50% down, 50% in 30 days. The whole idea here is to grow the fan base for original art. We love original art here. It's one of my favorite pastimes. I love the community. The community is fantastic. So I'm happy to bring this to you. Oh, by the way, Jordan, can I ask you a question at this point? When it's going well over, getting close to 2 hours late, and of course I didn't turn my phone off.
That's your pizza guy.
Yeah, right? It probably is.
You should take that.
No, it's okay. Do I get them to pay me to take the pizza at this point? I mean, that's crazy that I still don't have it. All right, let's move on. Ronald's not in the house today. Sad. Bronze's Gold is in the house. Good to see you. Let's go to this. Check this out. Iron Man 600, 9.8. Bob Layton. It's a recreation of one of his most famous covers. Normally, we would do this at $1,500. It's a cover recreation. It just happens to be on the comic cover. But we want to make this more affordable. So we'll do this for $900 tonight.
He's got that much just in black ink on there.
Exactly. It's not just black ink. I mean, dude, look at the detail of the stars. I mean,
right. I mean, but with the price of India ink right now, he's got $900 just in India ink, plain black ink on there.
That is really, really funny. No, this and Demon in the Bottle are the two covers people gravitate to the most, or at least to the most. Bob, most artists have told me that it is far more difficult to recreate a cover on a blank cover because of how small it is, and you got to add the detail in, than that when they recreate it on 11 by 17. So this is, again, one of his most famous covers. He took the time to recreate it, and it actually got a 9.8, which is a really high grade. For most of us art collectors, we only care about the fact that it's beautiful art. For some comic fans, they care about the fact that it's a 9.8.
Well, and with the amount of work he had to do and the amount of ink he had to instill there, having no spine folding, no ticks on the spine, no cover roll, none of that, to get a 9.8 is ridiculously hard. I mean, he had to do a ton of work on this book in a very specific way to get it to a 9.8. Like I've had pieces where I've had him witness the art originally at like C2E2, and you never get that high of a grade. A 9.6, a 9.4 on occasion, but usually it's closer to a 9, just because you can't do what they're doing without causing some destruction to the book.
Right. It's not It's not easy to handle it with this much care. And check out what Will wrote. Bob still does great work. We agree. And Will, you own the original. Of course you did, Will. Of course you did. If you want to know where some of the coolest cover art is, it's in Will's hands. I wish I had carte blanche to actually tell you some of the art Will has. He has some of the most iconic art that I love. And it's from Iron Man 142 First Space Armor. Nice humble brag, Mr. Gabriel. Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
I mean, that's the ultimate humble brag.
Michael is another one who has some incredible art. I think I can feel comfortable saying that Michael has art that when he is willing to let any of it go, I've been fortunate enough to get a few of the crumbs. The art that Michael owns is just stunning. Michael's been collecting probably for well over 30 years, and he has had some of the best art in his hands that you will see throughout the entire comics market. So it's really, really cool. Mr. Lovitz. Will's going on all out. Neil, what's going on, Neil? All right. So going back to this, you know what? This is a little bit pricier. So if anybody wanted to put, say, $300 down today and pay 330 days and 360 days, feel free. If you have not yet, if you're joining us just now, please hit that thumbs up. Share. It really helps our algorithm, especially while we're live. It is fantastic if you support us. By the way, just to let you know, if you were to go to Comic Art Fans, we've had this conversation, comicartfans.com is the number one place to check out original art. There's over 1 million pieces of original art. You can actually see Michael Lovitz's or Will Gabriel's artwork on there, and you will see some absolutely stunning art. And Will is here supporting. So which I appreciate, and I'll also say, go to comicartpage.com. Will is one of the premier art dealers in the hobby, and he will definitely have not only a wide range of art, but he'll not steer you wrong. If he doesn't have something you're looking for, he can help you find it. So, all right, Neil, he did the thumbs up. Sweet, we're up to 14 thumbs up. Let's see if we can get higher. All right. So, yeah. Speaking of which, moving around, let's do Spider-Man Life Story by Mark Bagley. This is an incredible page of art. Chip Zdarsky writing. Chip is one of my favorite writers in the industry. He is just killing it. His Daredevil run has been out of this world. Spider-Man Life Story, really well received. There's a reason why Marvel followed up with this special, and they're doing FF Life Story. Chip really paved the way. This is art by Mark Bagley, ink by John Dell. Some of my favorite inkers over Mike Bagley are Scott Hanna, John Dell, Rick Magyar. He's just had some of the best inkers want to work on him. This has a beautiful page of the Vision. And what's the MSRP on this, since everybody quit working for me because I couldn't remember prices?
I don't know. I didn't look because I was relatively sure that if I did, I would email you before the show and try and buy it for MSRP. So give me a second.
All right, so it's $450.
There you go.
And tonight we are going to do it for $295. So if you ever wanted to own a piece of Mark Bagley art, here's the thing, and if Spencer was here, he would tell you. Mark Bagley art is becoming more and more expensive. He is one of the preeminent Spider-Man artists of all time. He had a great run on Amazing. He, when you look at some of the watershed books like Venom Lethal Protector, Mark worked on it. Ultimate Spider-Man, I think he did 111 issues, if I'm remembering correctly. So getting Mark Bagley art is a piece of history, I'm not going to make the comparison that buying Mark Bagley art today is like buying John Romita Sr. art in the 70s. You can never make that kind of leap or that kind of comparison, I should say. Because some people have made that comparison. But what I will say is that he is so well associated with Spider-Man that any page you can get that has some classic characters is a great page to get. I've bought some other Mark Bagley art from Spencer, and Spencer Beck is of the Artist's Choice. If you wanted to go to his website to find his contact information, he has so much more artwork than is on the website currently. By the way, the pizza driver has driven around here 4 times so far, and he finally pulled over. But I'm in the middle of a show, so I can't stop. So anyway, I just bought some Spider-Man pages from one of his new series, and I paid a lot more than $2.95. So just throwing that out there again. Do not buy any art on speculation. Buy it because you love it or you will love it.
Spencer, the link doesn't change, but I would just refresh and try again. The link is the same.
He'll figure it out. Eventually, he'll figure it out. So, let's see. What else is happening? Hey, I said the guy pulled up. Guess what? He still isn't here.
He pulled away?
Yeah. So, this is the 4th time he came here. He's looking inside. We're the only building with the lights on, yet he keeps driving by. I'm not even sure I'm going to get the right pizza at this point. So let's see, as 90 Bagley art continues to escalate, his other artwork will rise, worth getting some. I agree, bronze is the new gold, and I'm not trying to oversell it, but I absolutely agree. Before we go to break, because we spent a little bit more time gabbing than we normally do, let's show this Star Wars Chewbacca Lando cover. This is by our friend Ken Hazer. It's stated as being by Ken Hazer. This is actually Brian Kong, and I can tell just by looking at it. So since we've got this here, I need to see what the price is. I never remember the price.
MSRP on this is $89.99. Tonight's price is a 5-star book for $50.
You know what? Because we screwed up, we're going to make it $44 for the 44th anniversary of Star Wars.
I managed to take out the screw up before you.
You the man.
Before you did that, but we'll still lower the price to $44. 5 stars for $44.
Right? And thank God it's you producing. JD charges $5 for every price change. So it would still be $49.
No, I'm just going to make you give me a piece of art later.
Oh, there you go. How small of a piece am I ripping off?
Well, there's a Tom Rainey piece later that I need to continue my Tom Rainey collection.
Oh boy, here we go. See, this is the problem with this hobby. Once you get addicted, you don't want to stop. I think we're going to break right now. Maybe let's get lucky. The pizza will show up in the 3-minute break. We will be right back.
Be right back. When I click the right button. Now we're going to break.
Hi, I'm Nathan Fox. I'm chair of the MFA Visual Narrative Program at the School of Visual Arts, as well as co-creator and artist on the Weatherman series through Image Comics. And you are watching The Experience.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
What's up, everybody? While Nick is chasing down the pizza man in the parking lot, I want to remind you guys that all of our sales shows now are over on Twitch. So head over to twitch.tv/the_EXP to follow us there. And if you get in one of those situations where you're not quite getting the calls you want, try switching to Twitch. It's a little bit faster, just as a heads up. So let's bring Nick back in, and then maybe we can answer. Fred did a great job in the comments. Answer Sean's question.
No, Fred did a fantastic job. Every inker is different. That's why some inkers are more sought after than others. I mean, the line work that Scott Hanna adds to it, or like I said, Rick Magyar, John Dell are some of my favorite Bagley inkers. What they add to the art can really elevate the art. A fantastic artist will be enhanced by a great inker, but a fantastic artist can also be devastated by a bad inker. Mark has been really fortunate over the years. He's been able to have some of the best inkers in the industry. And, this is another one of those pages that's just out of this world. I love it.
I think that's why you see a lot of pencilers work with the same inkers for long periods of time, right? It's why Scott Hanna did so many, Spider-Mans with John Romita, or why Klaus Janson and John Romita Jr. have worked together for so long and done so many books together. It's because when you it's like finding that right partner really does put you over the top sometimes.
So speaking of over the top, I got to tell you, this is a great issue of Green Lantern. This is a splash from issue 180, page 15. This is Luke Ross again. This was inked by Rodney Ramos. This was written by Ron Mars.
I need you to look at your sheet, Nick, because I'm 99% sure your price on this is wrong.
Let's see. What's Oh no, I did it on purpose.
There's no way.
Yeah. Tonight we're doing this for $250. This is a $500 splash page. We are offering it tonight for $250. I want to reward the fans who are taking their time out on a Saturday night to watch us. So
on the week I said I was going to be strong and I was going to not. Killing me.
It's a strong page. Look at his muscles. But
I was gonna be so good. I'm on such a strict budget. I gotta.
Sean said that you're broken. You're like broken Matt Hardy.
I can't even. Spencer's here. Like, I'm gonna bring Spencer on. I'm gonna go away for a minute. I need to recover.
Okay.
Yo, sorry, StreamYard would not let me into the room no matter what I did.
StreamYard may know something we don't.
Yeah, they're smart. Hey, I got an offer tonight to help incentivize any purchase anybody makes. His signed John Romita card with his entire bio, his social security, his bank account number, everything on the back of it. Not seriously. The remark is part of the card. But anyway, this is a $45 value. Anybody who buys it will get a free card for any purchase you make tonight.
I'd buy something if I got John Romita Jr.'s bank account as part of it.
Yeah, right.
My pizza's here. Hold on a sec. My pizza's here. I wonder if he added anything to it.
This is around. Just so you guys know. You guys remember when we used to give away Nicky the Roach cards?
Yes.
Maybe buy stuff just for the upgrade.
Yeah, right. Amy, can you give a hand?
And there'll be a top loader too. JR Jr. top loader.
So, Luke Ross, one of your artists that you rep.
Yeah. Now here's the character that he's showing, Major Force there, set up for a statement that's even been used in TV shows. What did he do that has now become part of the lexicon in television also? The character Major Force.
Why don't you tell us?
That was when he killed Kyle's girlfriend, stuck her in the refrigerator. They make about, oh, you better be careful, you can end up in the refrigerator. It was actually used in Law. They used that in Law and Order, and they used it on NCIS also.
Yes, they did. Spoilers.
So that's a legendary statement that has been made now, and it's a great page. That page that Nick has there, that price is tremendously below Nick. You shouldn't be selling it that low. You're going to devalue Luke's art.
And Spencer got cut off. Just as he was saying, I shouldn't be selling it at that price. The internet disagrees with him. Oh my God, he's pixelated.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We can't see you.
Because the picture's
blocking. Everything else is fine, Nick. Your pizza's just blocking your Wi-Fi signal.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can.
Yeah, Spencer, you're good. Nick's internet just hates him for selling this piece for so low.
That's a page that should be about $1,500 to $2,000 at a low price.
Okay, I'm not showing it anymore then. I didn't realize it had gone up that much in value. So let's go to Tom Rainey now.
Here, Nick, here's a trivia question for you. I will donate to Save Whiskers. I'll make a donation if you can answer this question right now. On Wise Guy, what was the lifeguard's real name?
Jim Burns?
No, the character.
Oh, shoot. I don't remember.
Okay. I'll tell you later. I can let you do.
But I remember his real name.
Yes, I remember his real name too. They said on the episode tonight, they said his character's real name. The only time they've ever used it.
Okay.
Anyhow. All right, let's see some Tom Rainey art.
All right. Ultimate X-Men, 67, page 10. Robert Kirkman scripts, Tom Rainey pencils, Scott Hanna inks. This is normally a $300 page, and we are selling it for $196.30 to commemorate 1963, the year the original X-Men launched. Now, look, Marvel really reinvigorated the comics market when they launched the Ultimate line. Ultimate Spider-Man was bigger than they thought it would be. Ultimate X-Men defied all expectations after that. They had some great creators. Ultimate Spider-Man started with Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley. Ultimate X-Men started with Mark Millar and Adam Kubert, but then a lot of other great creators came on board, including Brian K. Vaughan, Robert Kirkman, and some great artists like Tom Rainey with Scott Hanna. So this is part of the Robert Kirkman era. This is pencils by Tom Rainey, inks by Scott Hanna, and it is under $200. I love this page. The line work is incredible. It is just so beautiful, and I just wanted to offer it tonight. I don't know if you remember
the broadcast now.
Huh?
We fixed the broadcast now.
Oh, there we go.
Me and Spencer. So
you and Spencer, it'll sell.
I wanted to chime in on this one. So Tom Rainey and Scott Hanna are two of my favorites. I don't have a lot of art. I'm still pretty new to this collecting thing, but I managed to have two Tom Rainey, Scott Hanna pages just like here. They're Thor pages, but they are probably one of my favorite teams ever. I also have a Tom Rainey, Scott Hanna Search for Cyclops page here. So if I have 3 of the 8 pieces that I own are Tom Rainey and Scott Hanna, what does it say about this team as a partnership?
They worked on every major character at Marvel or DC together. Like they did Annihilation Conquest together. They did Annihilation together. They have done Green Lantern, DC. I mean, basically every major character they've worked on. And the stuff is absolutely gorgeous. Tom is one of those people that unfortunately has never gotten not even 15 minutes. He deserves 30 minutes. He's so good. And he's never been fortunate enough to get the fan recognition that he deserves. Right? Unfortunately, when you're on your screen, you can only see art like 2 inches by 3 inches. When you see the art, there's so much detail. Just looking in the bottom right corner on her hair, the amount of detail that's just in her hair is absolutely amazing. Tom goes all out and then some with his stuff.
Look, he's one of my favorite artists. I mean, the 3 pages that Kyle he bought from the shows. And the other thing I'll add is, I bought these from Spencer back in 2015. It was either 2014 New York Comic Con or 2015. I'm positive it's 2014. And Mike Lovitz agrees. He loves Tom Rainey art.
Well, that was the whole reason I bought this page, right? Is the detail right there. Like in the roof of the buildings. Like,
yeah,
you don't have to do that kind of work. Like, but Tom and Scott do it, and the great ones do. And that's why this is one of the best teams. John Romita, Klaus Janson, Tom Rainey, Scott Hanna, John Romita, Scott Hanna, but still it's Scott Hanna is maybe my favorite artist, as it turns out. So,
well, he's also inked more pages than any other inker.
Right. So
nobody's ever inked as much as Scott has.
No, and nobody ever will, which is the crazy thing. It's record's so far out there now.
What's funny is people say to him, "Oh, how many assistants does he use?" I'll tell you, he doesn't use any. Scott's saying is he works like 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, because his wife is a fashion designer, and they share the studio together. And that's in addition to, he also owns an art and fashion school, and he teaches 5 classes a week in that as well. So they work like 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's amazing when you do that, how much work he can get done. And he loves what he does.
Yeah, no, it's well, and that's exactly it, right? He loves what he's doing. He does it all these hours, and he passed his 10,000 hours his first year working that kind of schedule. Like the definitive inker, I would say, in terms of what everybody has to live up to is Scott Hanna. And so you're getting in a piece like this, you're getting somebody like Tom Rainey, who is one of the best artists ever. And you can see it in the details like we talked about. And then you have the best inker ever inking the page. So it'd be like buying a Picasso and a Monet in the same piece.
Yeah. He actually, from the Inkwell Awards, he won the Inkwell Awards as best inker. Like, I don't know the number, like 8 years in a row. And he said, please stop considering me. Don't make, I don't want, I have no place to put the freaking awards. Just stop. Eliminate my name. No matter how much I'm nominated, eliminate my name. Go to somebody else. I don't want to be there. So after this, I'm going to offer something up. I'm going to bring special for the show. And Nick, you're probably going to want to buy it from me.
Why don't you bring the special in? Go ahead.
This is from Dale Eaglesham, who's currently doing the United States of Captain America. This is his promo art from when he took over the Fantastic Four. I don't know if you can see the level of detail that's in it. It's all pencil, 11 by 17. This is the promo art. They made a poster out of it. They made a house ad out of it. It was included in almost every Marvel comic at the time. The regular I've actually raised the price twice on this because I don't want to sell it, but I'm going to give it special tonight. The current price of this is $5,000. But for tonight, I'll lower the price to $2,500. Go half price tonight only. Once the show is over, it's up. The price goes back to normal. If somebody wants to claim it on the show tonight.
That's an incredible value when you think about it, that piece of art was used in multiple places, as you said.
You're all digitized, Nick.
Huh?
Yeah. What he's saying, Spencer, is that like for as much as that piece was out there, as much as it was used, right? That's an incredible value.
I got to leave and come back. It's a promise on my end. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. So anyway, when you think about the fact, like JLA 217, that cover of the heroes flying up into space, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, they're all flying up into space. That cover was used back in the early 80s, not only as a comic cover, but as a poster, as a t-shirt. It was used everywhere. It resonated with so many fans. When it sold on Comic Link about 5 years ago, it sold for $80,001. Now, I have no horse in the race when it comes to this beautiful Dale Eaglesham piece of art. But if there were a piece to invest in, since it's not a piece I own, I'm comfortable saying that is a piece to invest in that you will enjoy for years to come. And that may be a good investment because of how well known that image is. So,
and Dale Eaglesham's not slowing down either.
Huh?
Like Dale Eaglesham's been around a long time. He's done a lot of amazing work, and he's not slowing down.
And to show you how he's not slowing down, 5 years ago, he had a major stroke. This is after his stroke. This is how good the guy can draw after having a major stroke.
Right. So this is regularly 5 large, tonight 2,500. If you claim it during the show from Spencer. I can see Nick in the background sitting on his hands, giving everybody else a chance. He's sitting
on my hands. I'm wringing my hands.
Right, he's doing the whole thing. You know, he's fighting it. So if you're interested in it, get in it before Nick does.
Well, here's the thing: you won't be paying me if you pick this up. You'll be paying Spencer directly. So it is beautiful. I love the composition. The thing holding up the 4. It is just incredible. I mean, look, you've got Johnny Storm in the air. You've got Franklin Richards on the floor.
Right, and he hasn't messed anything up yet.
Yep, it's Marvel, right? It's Marvel's first family. And bronze is gold. I agree, man.
And it's signed.
And it was just the 60th anniversary a month ago.
Yep.
And you got the beautiful signature at the bottom.
Yep. Dale signed it too. And Dale does not come to the United States. He hasn't been here in almost 10 years. So getting an autograph is almost impossible.
But the artwork is priceless. So it may have a price tag of $2,500. It is priceless. And Sheldon, which Thor book? I'm kidding. I
can show you something else that's kind of neat.
Wait. I got a customer here.
Oh, okay.
Customers come first. All right. So this is the Thor book, Sheldon. This is remarked by Bob Layton. This is, again, a 9.8. Sean said he never wished he had 2,500 so bad in his life. Thor, this is Thor #1. This is from March 2020. So this is the Donny Cates series. That is all original art outside of the logo and the trade dress by Bob Layton. The normal price on this is Nick's an old man and has to look at
$12.50.
How much?
$12.50.
And how much do we have it for tonight?
$7.50.
$7.50. So $750 for original art. Now, Michael, you would know better than me, but is this a recreation of a cover as well? I can't remember.
Look at the signature on it, and if it's after it, he'll put it there right after so and so. Right where his signature is on the comic.
Yeah, but he might have drawn it after himself if he did the cover. Like on the Iron Man in space, he didn't put after because he did it after himself. But anyway, Sheldon, if you want to pick this up tonight and you want to do it in installments, I'm fine with your putting $250 down. 250 in 30 days and 250 30 days after that. This way you can give yourself a Christmas present. So
it looks Mike Lovett says he doesn't think it's a cover, but he could be wrong. It looks familiar to me, but maybe not as a Thor cover.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a takeoff on a Kirby piece, actually.
Yeah.
Bob's been doing a lot of them lately, where he takes a Kirby pencil.
Crackle.
Yeah. He takes a Kirby piece and he just because he loves Kirby, and he recreates the Kirby on it. The special piece I'm going to show right now, nobody's sidekick. You're going to hate me. I promise you, you're going to hate me. And I mean, you're going to hate me. You ready?
Yeah.
I didn't even want to sell this, but it's actually done. John did as a favor for me. But I figure we haven't offered anything like this on the show, so why not? The normal price on this would be $350. I'll sell for $300 tonight. You ready, Kyle? You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
It does look like a Marvel card. It could be a Marvel card. Oh, wow!
8.5 by 11 by John Romita Jr. You see the level of detail on it.
I'm still super angry I didn't make you an offer on that piece you showed me at New York.
How much is that, Spencer?
It's normally $350. I'll sell it in the show tonight for $300. He normally, when he does sketches, he does not do them this tight. He did this as a favor to me.
Everybody, there's 4 minutes left in the show. If you want to buy this from Spencer, you have 4 minutes to pull the trigger. That is a fantastic price for a John Romita Jr. commission that is that detailed. And I will tell you, that has the best of John Romita Jr., but it also has a little influence from his father that you can see the way he drew the eyes. That is fantastic.
So I put this up to piss off Kyle, to be honest.
No, I'm still salty I didn't make you an offer on that piece at New York Comic Con. Like, I was gonna come back and then I got busy and then you were gone and I'm like, no.
Yeah, we're only there 2 hours a day. That's it.
All right, we're down to the last 3 minutes, everybody. If you have not yet, please hit that thumbs up. Please still share. We have a few minutes left. Sharing is caring. People will find out about the show. Hang on,
I want to make an announcement. I'm going to interrupt you. If somebody buys this, all the money from this will go to Save Whiskers.
Wow. So all the money will go to charity, a 501c, and you will get a tax-deductible receipt so that you'll get a $45 card, too. Wow.
And I want this all to go. Like Nick, I am a kitty person, and I want this to go to help the kitties.
Everybody, you have 3 minutes. 3 minutes to pull the trigger. $300 for John Romita Jr. tight Spiderman art, and you get the card, and you get a tax-deductible receipt.
Kyle bobbing. Kyle's about to jump.
Miss Jen, I think Kyle needs a loan.
And Kyle, as Pennywise the Clown like to say, you know you want it.
Kyle's going to lose his mind. Kyle lost his mind taking this job.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, yeah. Somebody else talk.
Okay, Gunslinger Spawn, real quick. This is
Jen King saves my butt. She saves my bacon. Claimed. Tax receipt claimed.
All righty, Jen.
Spencer, I will send you. Spencer, I'll send you Jen's information so you guys can get in touch.
Right, all you have to do is I just got to ship it. Nick obviously can just tell her off, where to mail the money to, and I'll just ship it out to Jen, no problem.
All right, I'll do an email intro. We'll take care of everything. Real quick, Fred's asking about Gunslinger Spawn. This is the 1 in 250 copy incentive. This is the new series by McFarlane, L.S. Cott, art by Brett Booth, fantastic artist.
I represent.
With a certificate. If you want to send this to CGC to get graded, you can. Okay? This is normally, we're going to keep this. This is $799, so it's full MSRP. But if you need 30 days to pay for it, we can do a down payment today, 50% down, 50% in 30 days.
But I recommend you pay for it faster because that certificate has a timer on it.
Oh, that's right. You have to send it in right away to get it CGC graded. And these are all on cardstock, and the conditions are pretty good on all of them. Todd did a great job of making sure the conditions stayed well, and Image did a great job of shipping them. So $7.99, issue number 1, Gunslinger Spawn. Everybody, we have our 8 o'clock show coming up. 9 o'clock, we have Nancy McCann of Comic Unlimited from Tennessee, one of the oldest retailers in the country and one of the best retailers in the country.
I don't think Nancy would like you calling her old.
I know, retailer, her retail store.
She's been that store is one of the oldest stores in the country. Let's put it that way.
She's one of the most distinguished retailers in the country.
Wasn't she on Facts of Life?
There you go. Then we have tomorrow night. We have a lot of great content with Dan Wickline and Paul Story. Sunday we have Fat Jack's Manifesto, the
Latchkey Manifesto.
Latchkey Manifesto. Thank you. That Fred Chamberlain is always on beating me on claiming stuff. Monday, Rex and John will be here, even though they ditched me tonight. Miss Jen
took a shower,
Monday, and it's just a great week here on The Experience.
All right. That'll do it for us tonight. We'll see everybody later.
And
thank
Sean
you, Spencer.
Crane is a great artist. I agree with you.
Look at that.
Night. Stop the temptation.
Stop the insanity.
No, I just wanted to drive Kyle nuts. Have a great night, everybody.